How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to see some of the scariest content going around the internet, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more freaky videos. Just like this. Our first clip of the day is a viral nightmare caught on video, shared widely by CriptoAstronaut on X. At first, this looks like a simple accident, but if you take a closer look, something chilling becomes apparent. After the man falls into the grave, you can see what looks like a hand grab him on the shoulder, pulling him downwards. When this footage hit the internet, it sparked immediate debate. Paranormal enthusiasts had a field day speculating that a vengeful spirit or zombie grabbed the man to drag him to an untimely doom. More skeptical minds think it's a staged prank or a snippet from an indie horror film presented as found footage. Indeed, the scenario is almost too perfectly scary, and no follow-up information, like news reports of an injured man at a cemetery, has surfaced to confirm its authenticity. So as always, I'll throw this one over to you, the viewers, for final judgment. Is that really a hand, or are viewers simply exaggerating?
Hello, I'm the real smart schoolboy 9.
One of the more unnerving modern mysteries doesn't involve ghosts or aliens, but the dark side of technology and deception. The Daily Mail recently spotlighted the case of Smart Schoolboy 9, the online handle of a suspected predator in the UK who concocted an elaborate AI-fueled disguise.
I'm a schoolboy, a child of school age, despite what you might have heard, particularly in the scam documentaries about me and other children.
This middle-aged man allegedly used deepfake technology to masquerade as a school-aged child on the internet.
Schoolboy 9. I'm a proper schoolboy, a child. I'm at my school, bouncing up and down. Proper fun.
Through manipulated videos and photos, altering his face to look like a young boy and even using voice-changing software, he presented himself as a kid named Smart Schoolboy 9. With this persona, he interacted with real minors in chat forums and social media, effectively catfishing children while hiding behind a mask of digital innocence. Some news outlets claim the ruse was so convincing that for a long time, no one realized the boy was actually an adult man. But looking at these images and clips, we find that hard to believe. The boy is clearly a dude.
Okay.
Smart Schoolboy 9 even took it further offline. Reports say he would dress as a school student and at times disturbingly as a schoolgirl, complete with uniform and pigtails, to blend into environments with children. It's as if he lived in a self-created fantasy where he could embody a child while pursuing predatory intentions.
Yeah, today in school, the classroom was really hot. So, it's not be hot, always different.
The case broke the internet. Once exposed, it led to widespread shock and conversation about online safety. It reads like a twisted Black Mirror episode. How could someone maintain such a lie for years? Deepfakes, a technology typically used to paste one face on another in videos, gave him the tools, and apparently his own obsession did the rest. Authorities believe the man behind Smart Schoolboy 9 used these tactics to gain the trust of kids and possibly exchange illicit content. He's now under investigation and reportedly under arrest, but the full extent of harm caused is still being uncovered. For parents and law enforcement, this case is a stark warning. The paranormal might not be our only fear. Sometimes the real horror is a tech-savvy criminal hiding in the digital shadows.
Stay safe, because people will lie about you. They will tell lies. But I am a schoolboy, and So, that's all for now.
A remarkable report from 7 News introduced the world to Jim Mylan, a Texas music promoter who claims he's been harboring alien technology in his living room for decades.
You think that's alien technology, don't you?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
That's a huge claim.
I can't imagine what else it is. I just can't imagine why something like this moves around, why it would flash light. But I have since seen videos on the internet of spheres just like this one flying in the air, doing all kinds of things. And apparently they're all over the world.
Marlin's story centers on a 50-pound metallic sphere about the size of a bowling ball. To the casual observer, it's just a smooth silver orb, the kind you might use as a quirky piece of decor. But Marlin insists this heavy sphere is anything but ordinary. According to him, the object was gifted under bizarre circumstances back in the 1970s. A friend retrieved a batch of such spheres from his property after a UFO dropped them in his yard one night in the New Mexico desert.
We went out there and there was a pile of these spheres laying in his yard. And I was amazed because I'd never seen anything like these. And I went, what the heck is that? And he said, I'd tell you, but you wouldn't believe me. A UFO came over my house and dropped these out in my yard. He said, they've been sitting there ever since. And I was amazed at him. And he said, you want one, you can have one. So I took it.
Marlin, intrigued, took one sphere and kept it. For over 40 years, it's been part of his family's furniture, sometimes literally used as a footrest, quietly mystifying anyone who comes across it. He says the sphere occasionally demonstrates odd behavior, subtle vibrations and movements that he can't explain, almost as if it has a mind of its own. It's also strongly magnetic. Over the years, even a few celebrities, Dennis Hopper and Jane Fonda, to name 2, reportedly handled the ball, all unaware they might be touching something extraterrestrial.
Very famous actors from a multitude of different Hollywood movies, performers, singers, songwriters, they've all touched this sphere.
What makes this more than just a tall tale is that Marlin allowed scientists to examine the sphere. In the 7 News Spotlight feature, reporter Ross Coulthard documents how a Stanford professor, Dr. Gary Nolan, took interest in the object.
This is a 50-pound sphere that is unbelievably heavy. It's not doing anything at the moment, but Jim tells us that he's seen it move across the room.
It would be good if you could get some rust or anything on the surface.
They've taken corrosion samples for analysis to determine the sphere's metallic composition and possibly its origin. Is it a man-made alloy or something unknown to our metallurgy? The testing is ongoing. There's precedent for strange spheres like this. The famous Betts Mystery Sphere found in Florida in 1974 had similar legends until skeptics decided it was likely just an industrial steel ball. Marlin's sphere might prove the same, or it might surprise everyone. For now, he remains convinced it's alien tech hiding in plain sight. With scientists involved, this mystery could soon have answers. But until those lab results come in, no one knows for sure. Interesting footnote, the lab tests were ordered more than 2 years ago and there's been no updates on this story. Does this suggest it was all a hoax, or is there more testing needed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
If this is really alien technology with the ability of anti-gravity, our civilization needs this. And I think it should fall into the right hands.
In a chilling clip uploaded to TikTok by paranormal investigator Eric Connor, who goes by the username epic.paranormal, security footage from a reportedly haunted museum captures something eerie. Late at night, the museum's CCTV cameras, triggered by motion detectors, record a strange shadowy figure near the rear stairs of the main showroom. At first, the shadow appears small and fleeting. Moments later, the motion sensors trigger again, but this time the shadow is unmistakably different. It looms significantly larger, stretching taller and more distinct, as if it had transformed or grown. Connor is convinced the footage has captured evidence of a skinwalker, a legendary entity from Native American folklore known for shapeshifting and malevolent behaviour. Ending his video on a provocative note, Connor challenges viewers with a spine-chilling question. Would you stay the night here alone? Reactions have been mixed, with some viewers deeply unsettled by the footage, believing it authentic paranormal evidence. Others remain skeptical, suggesting explanations from digital glitches to insects crawling across the camera lens. Yet the eerie transformation of the shadow captured on tape continues to fuel speculation and fear among those who encounter this creepy clip. Here's a quick and gross one uploaded by creepy.org. It's a sort of sequel clip to a weird one we showed a few weeks back. On a completely unrelated note, can I offer anyone some cheese from this cheese board? Some gorgonzola perhaps? Go on, it's extra pungent. As reported by 7 News Australia, a decades-old UFO photograph long thought lost has recently been unearthed, reopening a classic cold case in the UFO community. The image, often referred to as the Calvine photograph, was taken in Scotland in 1990, and some call it the clearest UFO photo ever captured. For over 30 years, this picture vanished into lore. The original print was handed to UK authorities and never seen by the public, becoming a kind of modern myth. That is, until now. An intrepid investigative journalist, Dr. David Clark, tracked down a former Royal Air Force press officer who, incredibly, had kept a copy in his personal files. With this rediscovery, the photo finally saw the light of day, stirring excitement and skepticism in equal measure. The photo itself is striking. It shows a large, diamond-shaped metallic object hovering in the sky in broad daylight. In the background, a fighter jet is visible, seemingly trailing or observing the mystery craft. The two hikers who snapped the shot claimed the object silently zoomed straight upwards seconds later, disappearing from sight. Now that we can actually see the evidence, questions abound. Some experts speculate it might have been a secret military aircraft. Rumours mention a project codenamed Aurora, possibly being tested in that era. To others, the Calvine image remains unexplained and potentially the real deal, a UFO in the literal sense. Crucially, the clarity of the photo, far from the usual blurry lights, forces even skeptics to pause. Is it a hoax, a classified human-built craft, or something not of this earth? Decades later, the mystery only deepens, proving that even a vintage UFO encounter can astonish the world when new evidence comes to light. A viral piece of footage posted by user OANASAX purports to show an otherworldly being caught on camera. The original uploader runs the footage through several filters to test its authenticity. While these prove that something solid was caught on camera, it doesn't rule out a hoaxer in a costume. Complicating matters further, there's little context provided about the video's origin. No exact location, time, or additional witnesses have been mentioned. This lack of detail has led many skeptics to dismiss the video as a simple prank aimed at generating clicks and sparking discussion. YouTuber Dee's Dark Adventures recently shared an unsettling piece of footage sent in by one of her viewers. According to Dee, an older man originally recorded 2 mysterious creatures on his neighbour's rural property 3 years ago. Now his grandson has captured another glimpse, this time of a lone shadowy figure lurking in the distant brush. The brief clip indeed shows an indistinct dark shape partially obscured by vegetation. While the grainy footage makes it difficult to clearly identify the figure, commenters have come up with some eerie and humorous interpretations. Some paranormal enthusiasts suggest it could be a cryptid, perhaps something unknown prowling the fields. However, a number of skeptics have pointed out a simpler, if still bizarre, explanation. Could this shadowy figure merely be a trespasser awkwardly caught dropping something brown in the middle of the field? Whether paranormal creature or peculiar prowler, the clip has viewers divided. Sound off in the comments. Are you Team Cryptid or Team Brown Town? Coming up in our last segment, we take a look at a fascinating theory that could explain why some people claim to see ghosts and others don't. But before we do, let's pump up those likes. If our like count is too low, Bigfoot sheds a tear. Psychologists Dr. Brian Laith and Dr. Jim Horan have proposed an intriguing theory they call haunted people syndrome. Rather than blaming ghosts or cursed houses, this idea suggests that certain people might be the common denominator in recurring paranormal events. After a 5-year study detailed in their book Ghosted, Laith and Horan identified patterns among individuals who repeatedly experience hauntings. They found 4 key traits. Personal background and beliefs shape how someone interprets strange events. Intense stress or anxiety often coincides with the phenomena. Odd occurrences tend to cluster around these individuals, especially when they're emotionally distressed. And intriguingly, the experiences can even be contagious, spreading to people nearby. A major factor the researchers highlight is transliminality, a tendency for someone's mind to be unusually open to subliminal or fringe perceptions. In simple terms, a person with high transliminality has a thin barrier between their conscious and unconscious mind, potentially making them more sensitive to odd sights, sounds, or feelings. This could explain why some folks seem to attract ghostly encounters wherever they go. Laith and Horan emphasize that these experiences, while frightening, are genuine to the experiencers. Their haunted people syndrome model urges psychologists and investigators to take recurrent paranormal claims seriously. The eerie bottom line is that for certain people, bizarre encounters aren't just one-offs, they're a life pattern, possibly rooted in that person's psychology and physiology. It's a thought-provoking twist on hauntings. Maybe people can be haunted, not just places, which offers a new lens to explain why the same unlucky individuals keep encountering the unexplained. Now, if you want to watch some more scary ghost videos, then hit these 2 links right there. Remember to follow us on all our other socials as well. All the links are in the description box down below there. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.